from Dallas, Texas. Find us online at photoboothinternational.com.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the podcast. Happy New Year to everybody. Thanks for tuning in. This is Josh here, your host of the Photo Booth International podcast. And today I'm going to be talking about how to prepare for going to a conference or trade show or expo or some learning experience that you're going to be going to or traveling to. So I have a few trips myself coming up, and so I'm kind of getting myself prepared for these trips to make sure I network with the right people and learn what I need to know and write down and contain that information and be able to bring it back and apply it to my business. And so as I was doing this, I thought, a good way to share it with you guys would be to document the process. And so I went ahead and hit the record button, and here I am. So if you guys have something like that coming up, I'm going to talk about the way I prepare for it. So one of the first things that came to my mind was one of the conferences that I'm going to be going to. They were selling a fast pass to bypass the registration line. And one of my friends that I'm going with, he actually asked me whether I was getting that. And I told him, no, I'm not going to be getting that because you actually meet a lot of people in line. And so last year when I went to a conference, we were standing in line waiting for the doors to open, and you meet the people in front of you and in back of you, and you get to know them and learn about their business. And it was a good experience. We still keep in contact with those people today. And if I have any questions, I'm able to, ask them. And a couple of them, were ahead as far as business, in their business, career, further than me, and some, were behind me. So you're going to be meeting a lot of people. What I use, if some people don't have business cards, but if you do get, business cards, it's becoming a trend now where, as an individual, they hand out business cards, whether they have a business or not, or whether they're a sole proprietor. So what I use to keep track of all my business cards is Evernote. This is an app that you can download on your phone, on your computer, and you can basically, once I receive a business card, I actually just hold it in my hand, pull out my phone, and create a new note, and click on the camera, and this will actually scan the card. And sometimes it doesn't pick it up, but once you go in there, you change it to a business card so it knows what type of document it is. And then it would actually scan the entire card, extract the name, first name, last name, email, phone number, company information, and anything else that's on the card, and save it to the Evernote database. And here's one of the best features that I like. It will also send them an email with your contact information and connect on LinkedIn. So that saves a bunch of time, and it keeps you connected with these people. And the email can be customized, and then you're connecting on LinkedIn. So in case you happen to forget these people, once you logged into LinkedIn, you're able to see them. So that's a big time saver for me, and I don't, come back home with 10,000 business cards that sit on the dresser, for 3 years. I actually found some the other day, and I can't even remember where I got them from, but I got collections of business cards all over before I started using Evernote. So that's one of the tricks that I use. So that's evernote.com, and you can download it. They have a free and a paid version. I think to use the features that I just described, you will need to have a paid subscription with them, but it's really cheap. It's going to save you a lot of money, and it makes you look really professional. I actually just went to a lunch networking event today, and the speaker who was speaking today, I was able to just scan her card, and it took less than 5 seconds to do the entire thing. And now she'll be in the database and she'll get an email. And, the other cool thing is that even if I forget to email her, she'll probably email me and say, hey, Josh, nice to meet you, but thanks for coming out. So it kind of makes them follow up with you. So that's a pretty cool tool. So, yeah. So for my upcoming conferences, I have also made personal cards for myself. I do have a personal website. I think business owners themselves should start branding themselves and have a personal website. As you go on your career, as on your business journey, you may start other ventures and you may have other things pop up, and it's just always nice to have a profile that's on there. And also it makes sure that somebody else doesn't go register your name and puts up, fake information or tries to spam or, commit fraud or anything like that. So even if you may not use it now, go ahead and, go over to, we use namesilo.com for our domains. You can go over there. It's really cheap. Go to namesilo.com and just, type in your name and, buy the .com. And if you can do the .net and .org, go ahead and do that. And that way you have that, secured for you along your business journey. So back to what I was talking about. I was talking about the business cards. So I have personal cards made up that, because I go to different conferences, and each of the conferences are for different types of businesses that I have. So, for example, if I go to a real estate conference and then I go to a internet marketing conference or a network marketing conference, I have different businesses in different sectors, and so handing them a business card from, a photo booth business is not always, they won't always understand what you do. It's like, what do? You rent photo booths, so, and then you have to explain that story to them. So it just makes it a lot easier for me to hand them a business card that has my name, my phone number, my email, and, if they reach out, they do. If not, they got my information. So that's the second tip that I had was the business cards, personal business cards. So let's take a look here. So after going to a bunch of conferences last year, I realized that I came back, and this may not work for everybody, but this is kind of what conclusion I came up to. So I came back with a bunch of notes inside my notebook that they provided us, and at some points throughout the year, I would say I referred back to it, but obviously, when you come back home and you get back to reality, and you gotta go to the grocery store and buy food and do all your daily tasks, the stuff that you learn kind of fades away if you don't implement it. So this year, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be writing down maybe one or two single items of golden nuggets that I feel that I could implement into my businesses from each speaker. And so that, if there was 20 speakers at the event, then I come back home with 20 items to implement into my business. And so this kind of brings me back to one of the books that I read called The One Thing. And so you can check out that book. I recommend it. I think it was really good, and it helped us out a lot with focusing on the right thing to do. Because a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we come into the office and we got 50, 60 things to do and ripped all over the place. But if you focus on the one thing that's going to have the biggest impact on your business, if you focus on that and knock that over, it's going to save you a lot of time and make you a lot of money. So yeah, back to what I was saying. So I'm going to be jotting down one or two things from each speaker and coming back and implementing those things that I learned into my business. So yeah, guys, that is my tips that I had. I just want to hit the record button and kind of document those thoughts. Let me know what you guys do. Reach out to us, photoboothint.com. Check us out on our Facebook page, and on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on there. or you can go to pbitv.com, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.